So it's been said that if you love a game, you should buy it at full price. This is what Days Gone director says: if you love a game, buy it at full price. Continues to say, don't complain if a game doesn't get a sequel if it wasn't supported at launch. So recently he was on a podcast or a show that's run by David Jaffe, and he went on to say that, if you love games, if you love a certain game, then you should pay full price for it. Don't get it off of sales, don't get it off a friend, don't get it off some used market. If you love the game, then you should pay full price. I've covered this many times on either my show or on other shows such as Direct Gaming with Legal, and I will continue to say this even in my financial position. I am very capable of purchasing any game at full price. However, as a smart consumer that I am, I don't. There's certain ones that I do purchase day one, don't get me wrong, but I've learned that I'm in no rush to buy a game at day one. I'm in no rush to pay $70, $60 to $70 for a game that may be just sitting on my desktop or sitting on my shelf waiting to get played with. I will not buy a game day one if I don't have the time to play it on day one. There are tons of studios out there that I like, that I enjoy their games, but I don't buy it day one. For example, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Everybody jumped on it because it was the latest Assassin's Creed. And the majority of people are just wanting to play it because they want to put their videos out there for the views. For me, it took me a long time to even get it. And when I did, I got it at $30. With some trading as well, so I pay a lot less out of pocket. Does that make me a bad gamer? A bad consumer? No, it makes me a smart consumer because I have more money in my pocket by not spending an entire $70 on a game on day one and just have it sit there until I'm ready to play it. I fell for that trap many times in my younger days when I didn't have any big responsibilities such as family, house, cars, and kids activities. Back when it was just single and just running me, yeah, I purchased like every hot game on day one and anything twice about how much I spent. As the years gone by, as my priorities change, and my love and enjoyment of gaming has not changed since my younger days, but I've learned is that, what's the rush of getting a game on day one? There's really no need for it, especially a story game where you don't have to really keep up with everybody. And the way the games are today, where they're just riddled with bugs and broken, they're broken sometimes, that I'd rather just wait a few months, let them get those patches in, let them fix it, and by the time I'm ready to purchase it at a lower cost, the game is fixed and a lot more playable and enjoyable. So John Garvin is completely wrong on saying what he said. Buy it at full fucking price. That's what he's saying. And I say no. I tell a lot of people, why don't you just wait? What's the hurry of you getting a game if it's just going to sit there on your shelf, still wrapped, and who knows how long you'll get to it to play it. I've done that many times where now I'm just a smart consumer. I'm going to buy the games that I enjoy, even though I adore the studio. I love the hard work that these studios do. I'm going to wait until it's a lower price where it's right for me. If somebody wants to pay $70 for it, hey, that's all them. That's their money. I'm not going to tell somebody how to spend their money. But for me now, I'd rather wait for a sale where instead of getting one game, I can get two games at the price of one. Why? Because I'm a smart consumer. I know how to conserve my money. I know how to stretch my dollar. I'm not being frugal. I'm not being cheap. I'm being smart on the games I can purchase and when I'm going to finally play those games. Because the times I've purchased a game, say like Valhalla, that I got for $30 or less because I did trade-ins, I played it that same day. Whereas if I would have bought it when it was $70, where I had other games stacked up waiting, who knows how long it would just sat there in its wrapper. And I tell these to people all the time, there's really no point of getting a day one unless you want to be the cool kid on the block and say, look, I have it. You're not the only one that has it, man. There's going to be so many others putting their videos out. You're just going to be drowned out with all the other ones that are out there. I mean, I continue to tell people, just wait on it. Wait for a sale. Wait for a sale because it's a smarter thing to do money-wise. Paying $70 for it to just sit there on your desk, on your shelf, still in its wrapper, to me, it's dumb. It's stupid. So I get it that everybody wants to get that hot game on day one. I get it because I still get some games at day one. Say like Battlefield, Titanfall. I get those day one because I love those games. Those are a lot of fun games. But some games that you really don't have to keep up with because it's not a multiplayer game, say like Valhalla, there's no rush for me to get it because it's a story. I just don't have to keep up with the masses. Whereas a multiplayer game, well, you know, you kind of do have to keep up with everybody because otherwise they're going to be overpowered with better weapons than what you got. That's if you're into multiplayer games. So yeah, so it sounds like John Garvin really touched a nerve on a lot of people the way he came out and said pay the full fucking price. Whereas I say I promote sales. I'd rather pay less for a product and get the same product and enjoyment at a lower price than paying full price and then I'm out that much more dollars. I don't know, guys. I think this is a touchy subject for a lot of people because a lot of people do love their studios, do want to support them. And for me, like I've always said many times on here on my channel and on Direct Gaming with New Legal, my concern when it comes to gaming is the price. Do I want to pay full price or wait for a sale? My concern is not how the game is promoted, how the game is marketed for the masses to get those dollars and cents that these developers want and the publishers want. That's not my concern. My only concern is I always will say, I will stand my ground, is do I want the game? Do I want to pay either full price or a sale price? And will I enjoy it? That is it. The way they promote it, that's not my job. They have people for that. They have a whole department on how to market their games. They have publishers for those reasons. And if they did a piss poor job of publishing the game or promoting the game and marketing the game to make them as much dollar as they can on day one, they did a piss poor job, then that's their problem, not the consumer, not the gamer. The developers need to speak to their publisher. That's their problem. Well, all right, guys, I think I've rambled on enough about this subject here. Hopefully, I get some comments about this because this is, we can talk about this all day long. We can, because it's talking about people's money, both on developer side and the consumer side. If developers want the most, consumers want to pay the less. That's how it goes. So put your comment down below. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, this is TeknoBlast, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.